I want to tell you about a story about how trauma gets passed down from one generation to the next, which is among many other amazing little pieces of information, nuggets, if you will, from this book by Mark Wallen. Highly recommended. So, trauma gets passed down from one generation to the next. And one of the many studies that seem to bring this out clearly is one about mice. So, mice have about 80% of the same DNA as we do. And they take mice and they put them in cages and they put the smell of cherry blossoms in the air, and then they put electricity through the cage. So when you can neither fight nor flee, trauma happens, right? You're powerless and you can't run away. You get traumatized, whether you're a little kid or something bad happens to you in the workplace, something unexpected, or a T-bone in a car accident, whatever it is, trauma happens. So they do this a few times, and then all they have to do is put the smell of cherry blossoms in the air, and the animal goes into full panic. But then they stop traumatizing the poor little things, and they go about their life. For the rest of their lives, the smell of cherry blossoms, panic sets in, the trauma response. The next generation, these mice have pups. The next generation, the smell of cherry blossoms, same trauma response. The next generation, and these next generations haven't had any electricity, no zapping, same response. After about 3 generations, it starts to dissipate. So the trauma sits in our DNA, and there's something we can do about it. We can heal from this, but only if we work with it, we acknowledge the trauma that's there. And so we can carry trauma from our grandparents or our parents. And then it's really good to know family stories, your family history, because these things show what happened, right? His dad was in prison by the Nazis during the Second World War. Probably had an impact that his dad wasn't around for 5 years during the Second World War.